Now entering the field for the presentation of colors is the Lafayette High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard. The Color Guard is commanded by Cadet Josh Perdius. We now ask you to stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
The next time those hunger pains hit you, head to the famous Bees Barbecue as mentioned in The Blind Side, the movie. In Oxford for 15 years and voted #1 ribs in Oxford. We'll cater all occasions, no matter how small or large the crowd is. We also serve breakfast from 6 a.m. to 9:30. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Bees Barbecue. And don't forget to call about those tailgating trays, 662-236-7090. Bees Barbecue, the best ribs in Oxford. Looking for home, health, or vehicle insurance, let Farm Bureau handle them all. Lafayette County Farm Bureau Insurance will be glad to help with any insurance need you might have. With real claim service, stop in and see Wayne Perkins or call today, 234-6232. That's 662-234-6232.
Oxford has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come by and let's be friends.
Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation have a professional treatment team including board-certified physical therapists, occupational therapists, athletic trainers, and personal trainers who use advanced technology and equipment to help you achieve optimal results. We provide physical therapy to patients of all ages, ranging from therapy for joint and sport injuries to stroke recovery or work-related injuries. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation. Healing in motion.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to William L. Buford Stadium for tonight's District 2-4A matchup between your Lafayette Commodores and the visiting Senatobia Patriots. And I want to welcome you all to tonight's game, and let me introduce my color commentator, Lawrence Dockery, and I'm Browning Stubbs. And Lawrence, we got a big game tonight as the Commodores will have the chance to clinch the District 2-4A region, and if they can, then that would be awesome as they will head into their game next week against Mahalia, who has not won a game this season. However, if they lose, then Senatobia will be tied with them in the standings. So just talk about how big this game is for Lafayette.
This game is big because you've got a chance to go to the postseason. That's the goal of every sporting team in every facet of sports life, is you've got to try and make the postseason so you can try and win the title. And Lafayette's done a good job of, getting to the postseason, not just getting there, but going far in the postseason last couple of seasons. With the win tonight, they lock up that playoff spot. They lock up, I believe, they lock up a home playoff game as well. So that's what we got riding on the line here tonight.
And it's going to be a solid game tonight, and the Commodores will kick the football off to Senatobia.
Good traveling contingent of fans from Senatobia, as opposed to the last couple of visiting teams that rolled in here. I believe Shannon and Rosa Fort. They didn't really bring anybody.
And here we go, 12 minutes on the clock, and Holland kicks it off. And it's returned at the 18-yard line, and he trips at the 28-yard line. Lafayette in their home red uniforms, red pants, and gold helmets. Senatobia wearing their road white uniforms and blue pants.
Warriors take over first and
The
10.
final home game of the season tonight for Lafayette. It's going to be one game that a lot of these seniors will remember. It could be the last game at home, but I think it's safe to say that the Commodores are going to the playoffs and we'll have a home game, but we will see. Don't want to jinx anything. And there is the draw to the running back. And he gets his way outside. Great blocking.
Coming back, we got a flag down at the 25.
That's Cortland Barnes who got the carry.
Barnes on the carry, run out of bounds by Stoker. Flag on the play.
There's a flag. It's probably going to be that hole that Lawrence you always catch. Yep, that's it. And it's going to be 1st and 20 now.
But you saw right there, what could be an issue concern for the defense tonight is the weakness of this defense is teams have been able to, once they get outside and turn the corner, they can really break open for a lot of yardage, and that's what we saw in that play. Now, that was because of a hold, but if they can continue to pound away and try and get to the edge and turn that corner, that could cause problems for this defense tonight.
So the Commodores, their defense, they've been the strong suit all season long, and really played a great second half last week against New Albany.
Devin Thomas had a beast game, one of the best games of his season. We had that was one of the best offensive performances of the season from just all around on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball.
Good play there by the Commodore defensive line.
Stevens on the carry. Stop by Lee.
Lee on the stop. Senatobia, the Warriors, excuse me, not the Patriots. They are 6-2 overall, 2-1 in league play. And there's the snap that's going to be, probably going to be a little early start for the wide receivers. False start against the offense.
Against Senatobia. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Well, I think the Commodore defense, Lawrence, they're in a great position already.
This is second and ridiculously long. And we see a lot of defensive coordinators at upper levels of football bring some exotic blitzes on 3rd and long. We'll see what happens here on 2nd and long.
2nd and 28, backed up all the way. Stevens will roll out to his left. And passes incomplete, threw it into coverage.
Very incredibly dangerous passes. There were 3 defenders there. Lucky that one wasn't picked off.
That brings them to 3rd and 28. Big trouble here for the Warriors.
I don't think the Warriors should try and get it all back here. Well, I wouldn't fault them for trying to get it all back, but what they should try and do is just try and play field position a little bit. Is you figure if Lafayette holds them here, they're going to get the ball back with really good field positions. Just try and gain some of it back so you don't have them starting on your side of the field. Down to 2 on the play clock. Just got it off.
Stevens, he hands it off. And that's the running back number 6, Kevin Wooden.
Wooden on the carry.
And Lawrence, this Senatobia team of the season averaging 31 points per game, only giving up 21 in a fourth, whereas Lafayette on the whole season, they started off rocky, which is why the stats show that they only average 16 points per game and they give up 17.
Since they've gotten into league play, though, this offense has really come alive. With, you know, Devin Thomas having one of the games of his career last week.
Kynes wisely walks away for that one as he did muff a punt in last week's victory over New Albany, which set up their first touchdown. We'll take a break, but the Commodores will have the football right on the 49-yard line. Keep it here for Doors TV.
Family owned and operated since 1959, the Beacon Restaurant is the gathering place in Oxford for family and friends. Come in, grab a seat with a familiar face for a down-home breakfast and a fresh cup of coffee. You might even hear a lie or two. Breakfast not your thing? Then try our signature plate lunches. For service with a smile, come join us for any meal at the Beacon Restaurant on North Lamar in Oxford. And nah, we ain't got no sweet tea.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Marty Stark in Oxford can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Oxford Kubota is your one-stop shop for your farm or ranch. Whether you need a zero-turn mower, compact tractor, or the impressive M-Series cab tractor, Oxford Kubota can put together a package deal to fit your needs. We offer a fully stocked parts department and a service department with factory-trained technicians that can service your tractor, ATV, or UTV, regardless of the make or model. Come by for a test drive at 93 Highway 30 East, next to Oxford Farm and Ranch. Oxford Kubota.
Welcome back to Doors TV. Doors TV is broadcasting the 10th game of the season tonight between Senatobia and Lafayette. Bugsby in motion. A lot of confusion early, and Thomas, there was a very low snap. Thomas wisely recovered it. I don't know what happened there. A lot of confusion.
There was a false start, but because everybody jumped, everyone jumped early at the exact same time, and that flag came in really, really, really late. I think the Commodores caught a break there because he was going to get thrown for a loss, and it would have been second and plus yardage instead of first and plus yardage.
So that'll bring them back 5 yards. First and 15 for Lafayette now. Thomas in the shotgun as usual with Busby in motion. And he'll keep it himself, and he gets tackled past the 50. Tackled around the 47. Great effort there by Thomas.
That's what he did a lot of last week, and he did it really well. He executed the read option fantastic. He kept it most of the time. I don't think we even saw him pitch the ball once last week. And New Albany stayed at home and played it safe and was waiting for a pitch all last week, and Devin Thomas was able to rack up 100-plus yards rushing just on read option.
Doors TV is sponsored by Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. And there's Tate Owens. Good to see him back in the fold as he takes it to the 35-yard line for the first down.
Unfortunate that Tate Owens didn't get to play last week, as I believe he was out with a groin pull. Those can be pretty painful. So good to see him back in there. And can you imagine what kind of rushing performance the Commodores would have had last week if Tate Owens had been in there?
Commodores ball, first and 10 from the Warrior 34.
First and 10 from the 34-yard line of Senatobia. Bugsby, Kynes, Owens, and Coker are out. That's receivers. And Thomas keeps it himself. There's a lot of trickery on this Lafayette offense. Sometimes you think Thomas is keeping it. Sometimes you think he's giving it the price. So for those of you watching on TV right now, just bear with our crew tonight because there's a lot of trickery from this offense.
A lot of motion in this offense. That was something we didn't see a lot of at the start of the season. But as the season has progressed and the team's gotten better, there's been a lot more emotion in the offense, trying to wrong foot these defenses, trying to stay one step ahead of them.
2nd down and 6 yards for the Doors. And Thomas gives it to Owens.
And you see right there, it's little things that running backs or quarterbacks who run the ball, it's just the little things that players do. Like it's okay, you can get stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's gonna happen. That's how football works. It's you don't give up, you keep your legs turning, and you fall forward for that extra yard, half yard. That's something that the Commodores have done well on this drive in particular, but on the season as a whole.
The defensive lineman for Senatobia jumped but came back on side just in time.
We're going to have to burn a timeout again.
They had time to call a play, but we will take a timeout, and so will Lafayette. So we'll be back for a big 3rd down right here on DoresTV.
Hello, this is Gant Boone with Oxford University Bank. This day and age, it is hard to beat an original, much less an Oxford original, and that is exactly what you get with OUB. We have Casasa checking and savings accounts with ATM refunds nationwide, perfect for everyone, especially students. So whether you are a full-time resident of Oxford or just looking to get here as soon as you can, choose OUB. Live Oxford, Bank Oxford, Oxford University Bank, member FDIC.
You probably think Domino's pizza cheese comes out of a big plastic bag, and it does. But before it goes into that bag, our cheese was crafted to perfection by an award-winning mozzarella maker using milk from family-owned dairy farms. And we got help from a cheese technologist and a National Cheese Institute laureate award winner, which is really a thing. So order 2 medium, 2-topping Domino's pizzas for $5.99 each, and taste why you can't judge a cheese by its bag.
Welcome to Furniture World, home of the better buy. Get more selection with even more savings. If you're needing furniture for your home, apartment, or dorm room, we have the quality that you want at the prices that you can afford. We also have interest-free financing with approved credit, plus free delivery is available within our area. So come by and see why we're Oxford's #1 furniture store.
Welcome back to William L. Buford Stadium. And Lawrence, the Commodores, they had some trouble with that play as they unfortunately had to call a timeout.
I think we've seen that happen a number of times so far this season. I think what they're trying to do is they get to the line and try and get the defense to show their hand. Try and read what the defense is going to do before they do it. But the problem is they're taking too long to get that done, and so by the time the defense finally tips their hand, there's only 5 seconds on the play clock, and they got to burn a timeout.
And it looks like Price picked up enough for the 1st down, and yes, he did. Moving off those chains.
And the whole exercise seems a little bit silly because if you're going to have to burn the timeout, the defense is going to come back out onto the field with an entirely different play. Didn't matter there. We got the 1st down.
Indeed, Lawrence. Very indeed. And let's make that 1st and 10 on the 23. That looks like Alan Mathis split out to the left. Of course, Alan Mathis, he's leading the Commodores in interceptions, and he's just been a real force in that defense.
He's a ball hawk for sure.
There's the handoff. Tate Owens. Good to see him healthy as he picks up 2.
Owens only carried a gain of a couple. 2nd down, 8.
Nice crowd here at William L. Buford Stadium from both sides. Both bands are here. Both cheerleaders are here, and it's a great night right here at Lafayette High School.
It's senior night.
That's right.
Everyone comes out to support the seniors. Barring a disaster here, this will be the last regular season home game.
Right.
But barring, there should be one more, at least, home game in the postseason.
Thomas will keep it himself. He's still running, and he's tackled right near the 11-yard line.
This offense, the way they execute so well, it's becoming every defense's worst nightmare. This is an offense teams don't want to play against because when you have a couple of running backs that are really good like the Commodores have, and you've got a quarterback who's turned it on with his reading the defense and keeping the ball the way he has, is you don't know who you try to play assignment football, but you don't know who to go after. Is he going to keep it? Is he going to pull that out the last second? Is he going to let his running back go with it?
1st and 10 on the 11 as Owens gets outside, but great defense there by Senatobia as He battles his way to the 10, but there's a flag on the play.
I think that flag might be for helmet-to-helmet contact as one of the Senatobia defenders. I believe it was number 13 came in there just flying, popped him in the head.
That's an automatic ejection in the college game.
Reviewed for targeting.
Right, that's a new rule.
Which I'm glad they changed that rule that you can review, because last year we had the whole, nope, it's going to be holding. Forget what I said. But going back to the offense here, I don't think it's any coincidence that they've been most dangerous when they've run read option. You just saw them try and run a standard run play right there, and they got called for a penalty, and even if they hadn't, it would have only been a minuscule gain.
That's unfortunate because they were
First down, 18
right near the 10-yard line. So 1st and 18 on the 20 now. Thomas and Price behind center. And Thomas will look to throw. He throws it a little high, intended for Jawan Kynes. Kynes looks a little frustrated there.
It's an interesting coverage from the corners there from Senatobia, is normally they line up face-to-face with the receiver, but these corners, they have their hip right to the front of the receiver. So that's an interesting I've personally never seen that, but that's an interesting defensive coverage look right there. Now, that may have just been that one particular play because the defense saw something that they liked.
That coverage, I've seen it a couple times, and it's usually a better form. It kind of gives you a head start on the tackling. As Thomas will swing it out. That pass was almost intercepted. That was great defense there by the cornerback for Senatobia. That was Cortland Barnes who deflected that one.
And Cortland Barnes just made a smart football play. He kept his eyes on the football. A lot of times you see corners go and try and blow the receiver into next week.
And that could have been a pick six.
It could have been,
if he didn't swat it.
He's just a little bit too short. It just caught the tip of his finger. He did enough to bat it down, but I don't think but you're right. If he had picked that off, that would have been gone. No one was going to catch him.
No question. 3rd and 18 on the 20-yard line. They're in the red zone. They need to set up Holland here with a good field goal, but they'll throw the screen pass. It's high to Price. Price got some running room, and he's tripped up right before the 10-yard line. And the Commodores will attempt the Ryan Holland field goal.
Interesting to see that the success the running game has had. They opted for 3 straight pass plays there once they got behind the chains. You know, the last one worked out pretty well. It's just kind of a dump down, kind of a little screen pass right there that picked up some good yards, sets up a short field goal.
This one be from about 28 yards. And there's not much wind tonight.
And it's right in the middle of the field, too, so that bodes well.
Good snap, good hold. It's up, and the field goal is good from Ryan Holland and Lafayette. They are on the board on their first drive as they lead 3-0. Keep it here on DoresTV. Senatobia will have the football when we come back.
The next time those hunger pains hit you, head to the famous Bees Barbecue, as mentioned in The Blind Side, the movie. In Oxford for 15 years and voted #1 ribs in Oxford. We'll cater all occasions, no matter how small or large the crowd is. We also serve breakfast from 6 a.m. to 9:30. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Bees Barbecue. And don't forget to call about those tailgating trays, 662-236-7090. The Bees Barbecue, the best ribs in Oxford.
Oxford has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come by and let's be friends.
Looking for home, health, or vehicle insurance? Let Farm Bureau handle them all. Lafayette County Farm Bureau Insurance will be glad to help with any insurance need you might have. With real claim service, stop in and see Wayne Perkins or call today, 234-6232. That's 662-234-6232. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation have a professional treatment team including board-certified physical therapists, occupational therapists, athletic trainers, and personal trainers who use advanced technology and equipment to help you achieve optimal results. We provide physical therapy to patients of all ages, ranging from therapy for joint and sport injuries to stroke recovery or work-related injuries. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation. Healing in motion.
Welcome back to DoresTV. DoresTV is powered by Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Visit the East University Avenue location and see the selection of 2015 model cars and trucks, as well as pre-owned inventory. Allen Samuels, come by, let's be friends. Commodores strike first in this one. Now they lead 3-0 over the Warriors of Senatobia. And it's going to be returned by Barnes. Barnes, big tackle there.
Not good ball security there from Barnes as he's making guys miss. He was hearing the ball over his head.
Like Johnny Manziel. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
It didn't cost him there. That's something to watch going forward in this ball game.
DoresTV sponsored by Beacon Restaurant. Beacon Restaurant got some great food, great cheeseburgers, barbecue over there. Got to check it out. Home of the Big Bubba.
Warriors ball, 1st and 10 after 27.
So another crack at the offense here with Senatobia. They were unsuccessful in their first drive as they had to punt. Good effort, good spin move by Stevens.
Stevens on the carry, stopped by Lewis.
Stevens did a good job there of not trying to force the ball into a place where he probably shouldn't have thrown it. He just took what the defense gave him. You know, he didn't gain anything, but he didn't lose any yardage, and that's key.
Number 27.
Because when you go up against this defense and you get behind the chains, that you can just mail it in for that possession because they're not going to let you get the first down.
2nd and 10 on the 27 for Senatobia. Stevens, the shovel pass, and it's surprisingly complete to Taven Wooden, and it kind of seemed like he was going to get a loss on that play, but he ran around the whole line and somehow picked up some yardage.
That looked like a busted play from the start. I don't know really how they managed to get out of there without getting thrown for a loss, but they still got a 3rd and long here.
Peyton Manning is one good guy who could throw that shovel pass. He's someone to watch, kids.
Not just because he can throw the shovel pass, though. He's a legend, top 3 all time,
well, yeah,
for sure.
But I'm saying out of the shovel pass, I think he's the best at it. And there's the screen pass, and good coverage there by Murphy and the boys of Lafayette as they stop Wooden.
Stevens pass complete to Wilson, stopped by the Murphy brothers.
And that'll bring up another 4th down, and the announcer here at Lafayette High School just said tackled by the Murphy brothers.
A little bit of sibling synergy.
The Phoenix Suns the other night in the preseason game against Clippers started both of the Morris twins, so they might do that this year.
I'm declaring shenanigans to the LA Clippers, or excuse me, the LA Floppers. They are floppers.
I agree with you, Lawrence. So that's punted to the 41-yard line. That's where the Doors will take over when we come back. Keep it here. Big District 2 4A matchup right here on DoresTV.
Family owned and operated since 1959, the Beacon Restaurant is the gathering place in Oxford for family and friends. Come in, grab a seat with a familiar face for a down-home breakfast and a fresh cup of coffee. You might even hear a lie or two. Breakfast not your thing? Then try our signature plate lunches. For service with a smile, come join us for any meal at the Beacon Restaurant on North Lamar in Oxford. And nah, we ain't got no sweet tea.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Marty Stark in Oxford can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Oxford Kubota is your one-stop shop for your farm or ranch. Whether you need a zero-turn mower, compact tractor, or the impressive M-Series cab tractor, Oxford Kubota can put together a package deal to fit your needs. We offer a fully stocked parts department and a service department with factory-trained technicians that can service your tractor, ATV, or UTV, regardless of the make or model. Come by for a test drive at 93 Highway 30 East, next to Oxford Farm and Ranch. Oxford Kubota.
Welcome back to William L. Buford Stadium. And DoresTV is powered by Furniture World. Name brand mattresses and home entertainment furniture at unbeatable prices. 1901 Jackson Avenue West. And that was Price on the carry. Great defense by Senatobia there.
Gain of 2. Second down 9 from the 44.
2-yard gain for Price. And Lawrence, we saw what Price could do. Really, that was his coming out party last week. He had an amazing game against New Albany. But when you get Owens and Price at their best where they are right now, I think that this team could go very far.
We mentioned it earlier, but this can be a scary offense with those two, and Tavon Joyner will come in on certain plays and get you good chunks of yardage. So when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, I don't think there's a defense in the state that will want to go up against it.
And Lawrence, what's been kind of the struggle throughout the whole season was Price was hurt at the beginning, then Owens was the lead back, but then Owens got hurt, then Price took over. But now they're both healthy at the same time, and that's good to hear. I think it's going to be encroachment against the defense.
Good job. There it is. They got the defense to kind of show what they were going to do, tip their hand. They got them to jump early.
Offsides against the Warriors.
Offsides against the Warriors. Make that 3rd down and 2.
Remains 3rd down.
And now they are on the 49-yard line. They are in Warrior territory for the 2nd time tonight.
From the Warrior 49.
There's Thomas, and he hands it off to Price for maybe a yard. A lot of shoving after the play. Don't know what that was about.
If you're going to keep hitting your whistle like that, at some point you just got to throw a flag on somebody out there. I mean, you don't get to stand there and go deet, 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 deet with your whistle for 35 seconds and not have a flag on somebody.
From the Warrior 49-yard line.
Interesting decision here for Coach Eric Robertson. 4th and 1 on the 49.
You're down to 20 on the play clock, so I don't know if you're going to have time to try and make them jump if you don't want to use a timeout. There's no urgency on that sideline and trying to get a play call in. They're down to 10 seconds on the play clock. It shouldn't take 25 seconds to get your play call in if you know you're going to go for it on 4th down.
Oh, wow, what a play by the Commodores. Tate Owens is on his feet, tackled at the 36. It looked like Devin Thomas was going to do a quarterback sneak. That is a brilliant play call by Coach Robertson.
That was a brilliant play call. I retract my previous statement. I retract my previous statement of astonishment that the slow play calling as it worked. Initially, when I saw Devin Thomas sprint up to the line, I thought it was interesting that he didn't line up under the center. He lined up under the right guard.
That play is going to run on Newswatch 99 on Monday. I can guarantee you that. That was a great play by Coach Robertson.
Direct snap to the running back. We don't see that too often, especially not when the quarterback is in the game.
Oh, of course not. Tate Owens spins his way for a few yards. And honestly, I've seen football at the Pee Wee level, the middle school level, high school, college, pro. I've seen the XFL. That was the Memphis Maniacs League. I've never seen a play like that. That was cool.
2nd down 6.
There's always a little bit something a little bit more special about them when they go for touchdowns. And that one just picked up the 1st down. That would have been awesome if it had gone for a touchdown.
Oh, of course, yeah. But just to see that formation was really special. Show that play, show this game to your friends, everyone watching. And Terrell Price bounces his way out to the 15, past the 15, tackled at the 12-yard line.
That's a play where I thought that maybe Thomas should have kept it instead of letting Price take it, because I thought that he was going to get thrown for a loss, and Thomas was in acres of open field. Worked out nicely, though.
7 seconds on the clock. Clock's running, and that's going to bring us to a close in the first quarter with the Commodores. They're driving, and they're winning 3-0 right here on DoresTV. We'll take a break. Second quarter coming up next.
Hello, this is Gant Boone with Oxford University Bank. This day and age, it is hard to beat an original, much less an Oxford original. And that is exactly what you get with OUB. We have Casasa checking and savings accounts with ATM refunds nationwide. Perfect for everyone, especially students. So whether you're a full-time resident of Oxford or just looking to get here as soon as you can, choose OUB. Live Oxford, Bank Oxford, Oxford University Bank, member FDIC.
You probably think Domino's pizza cheese comes out of a big plastic bag. And it does. But before it goes into that bag, our cheese was crafted to perfection by an award-winning mozzarella maker using milk from family-owned dairy farms. And we got help from a cheese technologist and a National Cheese Institute laureate award winner, which is really a thing. So order 2 medium, 2-topping Domino's pizzas for $5.99 each and taste why you can't judge a cheese by its bag.
Welcome to Furniture World, home of the better buy. Get more selection with even more savings. If you're needing furniture for your home, apartment, or dorm room, we have the quality that you want at the prices that you can afford. We also have interest-free financing with approved credit, plus free delivery is available within our area. So come by and see why we're Oxford's #1 furniture store.
Welcome back to William L. Buford Stadium. I'm Browning Stubbs alongside Lawrence Dockery. The Commodores in the red zone for the second time tonight. Here's Thomas, and he'll give it to Terrell Price. He brings it down to the 2-yard line.
Price on the carry for the Commodores.
DoresTV, sponsored by Oxford Kubota, located on Highway 30 East. Kubota is a full-service tractor dealership selling Kubota tractors, lawnmowers, and RGVs.
Will Ard checked into the game, and Thomas is on the sideline. Wonder if they're going to try and run a QB sneak here. No, it doesn't look like it.
Ard, he hands it off to Price, who's going to be short of the goal line.
Good enough for the first down, though.
Price on the carry. Stopped at the 1. First and goal for the Commodores.
Will Ard still in the game, the sophomore. Talks to Coach Robertson on the 25, and he's running back into the huddle. In the shotgun. Already gives it to Price, who stretches his way over, and that's a touchdown, Commodores.
Just smash mouth football right there. Just run. We're going to line up. You're going to line up. We're going to punch you in the mouth. You're going to punch us in the mouth. We'll see who can stand longer. It's exactly what happened right there. Commodores come out on top on that possession.
Commodores on a 3-game win streak right now. Now they lead 9-0. We'll see about the PAT here. Thomas is the holder. Holland, the place kicker. Good snap, good hold, it's up, and it's good. Lafayette leads 10-0. Senatobia has the football when we come back on DoresTV.
The next time those hunger pains hit you, head to the famous Bees Barbecue, as mentioned in The Blind Side, the movie. In Oxford for 15 years and voted #1 ribs in Oxford. We'll cater all occasions, no matter how small or large the crowd is. We also serve breakfast from 6 a.m. to 9:30. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Bees Barbecue. And don't forget to call about those tailgating trays, 662-236-7090. Bees Barbecue, the best ribs in Oxford. Looking for home, health, or vehicle insurance, let Farm Bureau handle them all. Lafayette County Farm Bureau Insurance will be glad to help with any insurance need you might have. With real claim service, stop in and see Wayne Perkins or call today 234-6232. That's 662-234-6232.
Oxford has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come by and let's be friends.
Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation have a professional treatment team including board-certified physical therapists, occupational therapists, athletic trainers, and personal trainers who use advanced technology and equipment to help you achieve optimal results. We provide physical therapy to patients of all ages, ranging from therapy for joint and sport injuries to stroke recovery or work-related injuries. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation. Healing in motion.
Welcome back to William L. Buford Stadium. Lafayette up 10-0, and Lawrence, take us through that last drive.
That last drive, that's just Commodore football right there. A little bit of misdirection, a little bit of read option, and then they get down to the goal line and they just pound it right down the middle of your defense. You can't stop it. Into the end zone, touchdown.
And it's returned at the 25. Barnes shakes off a few tackles, takes it to the 40.
Ran into his own man.
Don't know who you give the tackle to on that one.
He was going down, but he got popped by his own blocker.
DoresTV is powered by Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Visit the East University Avenue location and see the selection of 2015 model cars and trucks. Allen Samuels, come by, let's be friends. 1st and 10 on the 42. Senatobia will get another crack at the offense, their third tonight. Stevens gives it to Barnes, who's still on his feet. Oh, he fumbled the football. And I think it went out of bounds.
There's that poor ball security again, as he's trying to make sure the ball doesn't get hit, but the ball is going to be infinitely more secure if you've got it up against your body as opposed to above your head.
And Senatobia, they get a break on that one. That could have been dangerous.
Unfortunate for the Commodores defense that they weren't able to fall on that, as I think it just kind of squeezed out of bounds right as they were fixing to pick it up.
There's the snap. That's Wooden. He doesn't get to the 50, tackled around the 48.
Wooden on the carry. Gain of 2, 3rd down 4 for the Warriors. Stopped by a host of Commodores.
They're down at 4 on the 47 now. Only one under center is the quarterback, Stevens. And Stevens looks to throw. It's high and incomplete. Great coverage there by Mathis. And Mathis was shaking his head. He thought he had that interception.
He had a beat on the ball. The receiver there was forced to play a little bit of defense. If he doesn't go up and at least get his hands on that one, Mathis is going to pick that and take it to the house.
If you want to get some more Lafayette High School coverage on the internet, on social media, then you have come to the right place, as you can follow me on Twitter at BrowningStubbs and follow Lawrence on Twitter at LDoc93. There's a timeout on the field taken by Lafayette. We will take a timeout as well. Stay with us here on DoresTV.
Family owned and operated since 1959, the Beacon Restaurant is the gathering place in Oxford for family and friends. Come in, grab a seat with a familiar face for a down-home breakfast and a fresh cup of coffee. You might even hear a lie or two. Breakfast not your thing? Then try our signature plate lunches. For service with a smile, come join us for any meal at the Beacon Restaurant on North Lamar in Oxford. And nah, we ain't got no sweet tea.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved 480 bucks. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save 480 bucks with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Marty Stark in Oxford can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Oxford Kubota is your one-stop shop for your farm or ranch. Whether you need a zero-turn mower, compact tractor, or the impressive M-Series cab tractor, Oxford Kubota can put together a package deal to fit your needs. We offer a fully stocked parts department and a service department with factory-trained technicians that can service your tractor, ATV, or UTV, regardless of the make or model. Come by for a test drive at 93 Highway 30 East, next to Oxford Farm and Ranch. Oxford Kubota.
Commodores lead 10-0 here on DoresTV. DoresTV is powered by Nuke's Eatery. There's a location on University and on Jackson. Check out the good soups, salads, and sandwiches.
That was a terrible punt, but I got a good 15-yard roll out of it.
Stevens punt out of bounds.
Lawrence, let's talk about what we've seen from the Senatobia offense. Just not a lot of rhythm. You've had the running backs, Barnes and Wooten. They've had shown some flashes, but again, this Commodore defense, they have really put the pressure on the quarterback, Stevens.
Seems right now that the Senatobia offense has been mostly sizzle and no state. There's been a lot of fancy moves in the backfield for not a lot of yardage, not a lot of first downs. Very poor ball security, I want to say. I don't think their quarterback completed a pass yet either.
Not yet. Thomas spins his way out of the fake, finds Quinn Jones over the middle, who checks in.
Thomas pass called by Quinn.
We saw that in the, I believe it was the Rosafork game. Devin Thomas start to utilize that little spin move coming out of the pocket on when they have him roll out. Now, it was a little bit more effective that time because they were rolling to his right, and he's a right-handed quarterback. Previously, we've seen him roll to his left and try and throw across his body.
1st and 10 on the 43. Devin Thomas takes a snap, and he gives it to Owens. Owens shakes off one tackle, gains one.
Price on the carry. Gain of 1. The second down 9. Ball at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 9 on the 44-yard line. And Lawrence, if the Commodores can get a big lead and going into the fourth quarter, we might see some seniors maybe we haven't seen this season, so it'll be a good chance for their fans and their families to check them out right here on DoresTV. There's a couple flags on the field, and I think it's going to go against the offense.
I love pre-snap penalties because the
pointing.
the O lineman and the D lineman are right. Go back to grade school, like the third graders just pointing at each other. Nuh-uh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Yeah, huh.
I can promise you the flag was not on us, but it's going to go against the 5-yard penalty against the Doors. 2nd and 14 on the 39. But Lawrence just, that slow start, I don't want to say this atmosphere here at William L. Beaver Stadium was dead, but it was very quiet and not a lot of cheering or optimism. But as the season has progressed, it's gotten to be a great high school environment.
It has been. Even the last couple of home games with the lack of traveling support for the opposing teams, that's changed here a little bit tonight. But the home fans, there were I want to say there were some moments of doubt. After that was their first win of the season was against DeSoto Central, but that was one of the worst football games.
3-0. Yeah.
3-0. There was some doubt. You could kind of feel it in the stands, if that makes any sense, heading into that Oxford game, and everyone's worst fears were confirmed in that Oxford game. But the Commodores have bounced back nicely since then.
3rd down 5 for the Commodores.
3rd and 5 for the Commodores after the completion to Tate Owens for 4 yards.
A lot of confusion. Receivers don't really know what the play is. They're down to 10 on the play clock.
Got to hurry up. 5 on the play clock right now. They get the snap, and Thomas finds Coker. It's good to see him. We haven't seen him catch a ball in a while, but Coker picks up the first down.
It's exactly the sort of play that's exactly 100% right play call right there. Is your running game hasn't been as effective as it was last week, but you don't really have any deep threats. So you call the slant route right there. Good job by Coker, getting off the line as quick as he could, and good job by Devin Thomas to put that run right where he needed to put it.
First and 10 on the 37 now. There's Thomas. He keeps it out past 35. Good blocking. And he's tackled inside the 20.
We said that early this season, the only offense the Commodores had was when they got to the outside and caught some good blocks from the receivers. They've managed to get that inside run game going a lot better, and so we haven't said it as much, but it's still true to right now, as we just saw this year, as we just saw this last play, is that the receivers for this team, their primary job is to catch, but they do a very good job of blocking down the field, similar to how the receivers are at the service academies.
Williams had the good block there on the outside as the handoff is going to go for nothing, as that was Terrell Price. Under 7 minutes, loss of 2 yards there. While we got a second here, we would like to thank one of our sponsors for the 2014 football season, and we'll thank Oxford Rehabilitation. And we'll also thank Oxford Spot, which is home to Crispy Crunchy Chicken and Hunt Brothers Pizza. 15 on the play clock, 2nd and 12 on the 21. The Commodores are 2-2 in the red zone tonight. And they did get in the red zone, but now they're out of it, and there's the pass to Williams, and it's incomplete. Great coverage there by the quarterback.
I think there was a little fade route right there. I think they wanted to go back shoulder towards the corner of the end zone. The ball was just kind of underthrown from Thomas. If you notice in his throwing motion, when he tries to get a little bit of extra oomph into it, he lowers his throwing shoulder to the point where his shoulders are almost diagonal as opposed to level with each other, and that can put some height on it, but it doesn't always necessarily put the required distance on it.
Great coverage there by Maurice Toney of Senatobia. Thomas fakes the throw, finds Quinn Jones. It's high over the middle, and what an unbelievable catch by Quinn Jones. He had to jump up really high for that one.
That was great. Good job by Devin Thomas on the snap to initially, with the pump fake, just leaned forward. Defense all kind of just stopped for the briefest of moments and allowed him to float that one in there for Jones.
Will Ard checks in at quarterback. Quinn Jones split out to the right.
And Will Ard, when you get down into these goal line situations, provides a different kind of dimension for your offense, as he's a little bit of a more bruising runner.
The pitch
than
goes
Thomas.
to Terrell Price, who's taken down by multiple Warrior defenders.
Loss of 3.
I don't think that was a very smart play call there, because you saw all the defenders, all the linebackers were pushed to our right side of the field, and then the Commodores did not audible. Devin Thomas checks back in. Now they're pushed back to the 7, so now it's 2nd and 7. Or 2nd and goal, excuse me.
I would like to see that same slant route from Chase Coker, as he's got some soft coverage.
Play clock running down. Are they going to get it off? They will have to burn a timeout. Tate Owens is furious right now, and we will be back as Lafayette will talk this one over.
Hello, this is Gant Boone with Oxford University Bank. This day and age, it is hard to beat an original, much less an Oxford original. And that is exactly what you get with OUB. We have Casasa checking and savings accounts with ATM refunds nationwide. Perfect for everyone, especially students. So whether you're a full-time resident of Oxford or just looking to get here as soon as you can, choose OUB. Live Oxford, Bank Oxford, Oxford University Bank, member FDIC.
You probably think Domino's pizza cheese comes out of a big plastic bag. And it does. But before it goes into that bag, our cheese was crafted to perfection by an award-winning mozzarella maker using milk from family-owned dairy farms. And we got help from a cheese technologist and a National Cheese Institute Laureate Award winner, which is really a thing. So order 2 medium, 2-topping Domino's pizzas for $5.99 each. And taste why you can't judge a cheese by its bag.
Welcome to Furniture World, home of the better buy. Get more selection with even more savings. If you're needing furniture for your home, apartment, or dorm room, we have the quality that you want at the prices that you can afford. We also have interest-free financing with approved credit, plus free delivery is available within our area. So come by and see why we're Oxford's #1 furniture store.
Welcome back to William L. Buford Stadium. You're watching DoresTV. Lafayette and Senatobia, the Commodores lead 10-0. 5:23 to go in the second. It's handed off Tate Owens. Owens dances his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores.
You saw a little bit of misdirection there from Devin Thomas as he initially started to run left, but then brought it back to his right to give the ball to Owens. The defense bit hard on the run left, and they all shifted, so they had the defense flowing one way. Owens cut back the other way, easy score.
The Doors are 3 for 3 in the red zone tonight. Great offensive execution. Defense is really even more impressive as they haven't completed a pass. The Warriors, that is. And really, I don't want to, not saying I'm jinxing anything, but New Albany did not complete a pass till the very last couple minutes of the third quarter. So
yeah, their only completed pass was by the receiver on the trick play in the first quarter that went for a touchdown.
Or what I meant to say was the quarterback for the starting quarterback for New Albany didn't complete a pass till late third quarter. We'll take a break. Commodores now up 17-0. Keep it here on DoresTV.
The next time those hunger pains hit you, head to the famous Bees Barbecue, as mentioned in The Blind Side, the movie. In Oxford for 15 years and voted #1 ribs in Oxford. We'll cater all occasions, no matter how small or large the crowd is. We also serve breakfast from 6 a.m. to 9:30. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Bees Barbecue. And don't forget to call about those tailgating trays, 662-236-7090. The Bees Barbecue, the best ribs in Oxford.
Oxford has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come by and let's be friends.
Looking for home, health, or vehicle insurance? Let Farm Bureau handle them all. Lafayette County Farm Bureau Insurance will be glad to help with any insurance need you might have. With real claim service, stop in and see Wayne Perkins or call today, 234-6232. That's 662-234-6232. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation have a professional treatment team including board-certified physical therapists, occupational therapists, athletic trainers, and personal trainers who use advanced technology and equipment to help you achieve optimal results. We provide physical therapy to patients of all ages, ranging from therapy for joint and sport injuries to stroke recovery or work-related injuries. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation. Healing in motion.
Welcome back to DoresTV. Your Lafayette Commodores are now up 17-0. While we got a second, DoresTV is sponsored by State Farm. 30-year State Farm agent located at 1004 North Lamar, Sweet Forest. Senatobia, they return it past the 50. Got to get him down as he's still on his feet, tackled at the 36-yard line. Senatobia, they're in business on this drive.
Barnes on the return for the Warriors.
That's Barnes, who's been their main playmaker on offense so far.
I think the kick team for the Commodores. I think they had heard what we've been saying about the poor ball security. None of them really went for a tackle there. They all went for a strip, try and knock the ball loose.
Five minutes remaining in the second quarter. And there's a sack Darren Tolles brings down Stevens.
Sacked on the play by Vincent Lewis.
Vincent Lewis on the sack, excuse me. I thought that was Darren Tolles, but Commodores.
Loss of 5.
Great defense. It's a loss of 5 yards on the play.
From the 41.